Welcome back to MLM Recruiting Mastery System. We're in Module 5. In this section, we're going to talk about how to follow up. So let's talk about the direct ways to follow up. The direct ways to follow up is to contact a person directly. Okay, so this could be a face-to-face meeting, phone call, email. And remember, the more you can read the prospect, the better. So that's why face-to-face is better than a phone call, because you can read the person's expressions, how they are, the body language, right? And a phone call is also second best, is because, or like a Skype video is also good as well. You Skype or FaceTime, whatever video you use is better. Okay, webinar video, because you can see the person. The second best, third best afterwards would probably be a phone call, because you can hear the person's voice. Okay, which is better than an email, which is better than a text. So the more you can read a prospect, can hear like the hidden tones, with the facial expressions, the voice, that's better. Now, following up with let's talk about following up prospects who you just saw info. So you just present it to them, and you just you want to follow up, right? Maybe you send a video to them, or you attended the meeting. Easiest thing to say is, hey, what did you like best about what you saw? Hey, so what did you like best about what you saw? Right? And then if they have questions, or use tools. So if you have a question, I'm not sure how you get paid, use a tool like a pay plan video to you present to them, right? Always use your upline, a three-way call. Remember, you always use tools or upline to answer any questions, because the more you talk, the more you lose. Now, how do you follow up with older prospects? So these are prospects who weren't interested. Okay, so maybe you follow them 6 months from now, a year from now. So number one, you start out with catch up with a small talk really quickly, and then you can go very directly and say, hey, since we last talked, business has been great, but I haven't forgotten about you, and I wanted to see if you're open to taking another look at the business I showed you. And the key to this is you have to be confident. Okay, not exactly what the words you say, but how you say it's very important. Hey, so since we last talked, business has been awesome. I haven't forgotten about you. I wanted to see if you're open to taking another look at the business I showed you. Okay, that's it. You see how I said that? How passionate? And that's how you got to say it. And by the way, we're all successful, right? Because as long as you stay in the business has been great. Not only are you earning more, but even if you're earning a little bit, I'm sure if you're doing this business every day and doing what you should be doing, personal development, everything, you are growing as a person, right? And so that's why personal growth as education, that alone is worth this business. So business has been great. Let's shift gears a little bit, talk about indirect ways to follow up. Okay, indirect ways is, and remember this saying, some will, some won't, but everybody's watching. So some will join, some won't, but everybody's watching you. They're watching to see how you're doing. Some are watching, okay, the haters, they're watching you to fail. Some people are watching you to hope you make it so that they may join you as well. Remember, everybody's watching. So you can follow up indirectly by letting others see you change, right? And that could be your changing attitude. It can be, and that's the way people always buy your commitment and change. You used to be very negative watching TV, and now your attitude's different. You're posting things about positivity, right? Positive, motivational. They're looking at your changing attitude. Number two is learning new skills, right? They're watching how you, before you couldn't communicate, and now you're speaking in front of a group of people. What is a group of people? I thought you were really shy and quiet, right? You used to never go anywhere, and now you're traveling, right? They're looking at what you post on the Facebook. Right, and we're going to do this next section. We're talking specifically how to be more effective with your Facebook follow-ups. Number four is like email. If you send an email newsletter, that's another way to follow up. That's what I did when I first started. I emailed all my friends and let them know what's going on in my life. And in that email, I basically shared like 60-70% about my personal life, who I was dating, what's going on with me in Los Angeles, right? And then I would share a little bit about what I've learned, and then maybe 5-10%, hey, I'm looking for expand my business. If you're interested to learn what I've been learning, message me. And that was basically my email newsletter. And eventually, that led to a blog. Again, blogs are excellent ways to follow up as well. Now, let's talk about the drip list. Okay, the drip list. So what is a drip list? Drips of water. Think about it. Drips of water that are not big enough to make you move, but enough to catch your attention. Think about this. Whether it's the ceiling, sometimes we've had drips, right? You're sitting down there, maybe the air conditioning is broken, it starts dripping a little bit next to you. It doesn't make you may not move, but definitely catches your attention, right? Like you may not, like for example, drips on your house, your ceiling is leaking, dripping a little bit. You may not move, you're not going to move out of the house, but it's going to bother you and catch your attention. You can start paying attention to it. And that's the exact same thing what we want to do with our business. Now, here's the mistake that most distributors make. They don't drip. Instead, they dump. They dump all this info on you, right? You don't want to do that. You want to drip a little bit. So your goal is to give small chunks of info so you're aware of what you're doing. Now, with a drip list, remember, if they're interested, great. If they're not interested, still great. Because remember, this is a sorting business. There's never a bad prospect, just the wrong time for the right prospect. So, no doesn't mean no forever. It just means not now. And I love the saying, this is basically what I followed, for my help me recruit over 80 people a year, is I follow this. Tell me yes or tell me no, but tell me fast because I gotta go. Never forget this. Tell me yes, tell me no, but tell me fast because I gotta go. Because this will avoid the time cost and energy suck, right? And getting the no quickly avoids the dump. But just because they tell me no doesn't mean never. I put them in a list, a drip list, where I slowly drop information on them. And so remember, tell me yes, tell me no, but tell me fast because I gotta go. Drip information. And the next section, we're going to talk about one of the best ways to drip is using Facebook. So I'll see you on the next section.